Rosado, the quick move, loses Joyce, pops from the left elbow, no good. Rebound stolen away by Perez, and Puerto Rico has its first points of the game, 8-2.
Good seal by Kelly.
Nice lob inside. She missed the shot.
Well, I think that's got to be Brazil's MO in this game. Just keep pounding it inside. They have the advantage there. And since they are struggling from out beyond the arc, and actually in the 2-point shots too, but they're off to a good start tonight.
Inside to Joyce. Back out to Macedo, 10 to shoot. De Silva as Perez tries to steal the inbound pass. That goes off the hand of Justino, and it'll be Brazil ball with 6 to shoot. Airballed by Joyce, and here comes Puerto Rico back the other way. Rosado to Santos. Now outside to Perez for 3. She got it!
And she held that form right out there.
And just like that, Puerto Rico to within 3. Perez has all 5 points for Puerto Rico. Now Joyce to her left, out to Macedo. Back inside to Santos, turn and shoot. Pretty look.
Yep, she's touched it almost every time down the court now.
Brazil should be able to go inside to Santos and Solizak Brzeski and Rafaela de Silva and Gamara Justino at will.
She hasn't touched the ball yet. Speaking of Gamara Justino, she had a terrific start last night. 10 points in the first quarter.
Rafaela de Silva with a gorgeous jumper over the defense. Now Perez tries to kick it out to Santos. Now the first substitutions into the game, as Gerardo Batista is wont to do.
Right, you have to talk on those rotations.
Gonzalez out to Gibson for 3, and she gets fouled. That'll be on to Silva.
I believe yesterday we went 2 games without seeing a 3-point shooter fouled. The previous, on Thursday, we saw multiple.
Ivani Marquez from Venezuela had that move down pat.
At least 3 times in their game.
Yep. And the officials won't call it if the jump shooter kicks their leg out or otherwise tries to draw the foul, so those had to be legit.
Yes, I'd like to see officials everywhere become more uniform with that call. That leg kick out is just, it's not good. Not good for basketball to let those things go like that.
Gibson makes it a 4-point game. And Puerto Rico. Quinones into the game now. Haven't seen a lot of her as of late. Jones tries the up and under. Santos blocks it. Great defense. Quinones, just 19 years old, plays at Dartmouth University in the U.S. She's 6'3", so Gerardo Batista hoping a little more size in there will help as Kelly Santos hits again. Lead back to 6.
It's her 4th point.
And a 3-point shot hit by Tayshili Salomon, and she goes down. She'll go to the line for a chance at a 4-point play. That would be the second one of those we've seen this week.
Yes. And just like that, Puerto Rico is one possession away.
Salomon can't complete the 4-point play, so it remains a 3-point lead in favor of Brazil. A little bit of pressure from Puerto Rico. Broken with relative ease by Brazil. Joyce over to De Silva, guarded by Gonzalez. Gibson gets her hand on that ball. Gibson out of bounds. Brazil will have 7 to shoot. Brazil, the baseline drive, just short. Yolanda Jones. Oh, I thought that went off of Jones. As you get a look at Joyce talking with one of her teammates there. Puerto Rico shooting just 28% from inside, Brazil 57%. Gibson defended nicely by Tatiana Pacheco. Quinones over to Gibson. Shot clock at 2. She's got to put it up. Up ahead to De Silva. Three-pointer on the way by Pacheco. No good. Rebound tracked down in the corner by Salomon. She gets bumped and then steps on the baseline and turns it over. Santos from the left elbow, drains it. Santos is having a whale of a game for Brazil. She's got 8 in the first quarter.
And it's been around the basket and out to the elbow. She's been very efficient. And has played nice defense.
Salomon around the Quinones screen. Salomon gets bumped from behind by De Silva, no call. Out of bounds. De Silva, right side to Joyce. She drops it off to Justino. That was a 2 for Joyce Rodriguez. Brazil back up 7, coming up on 1 minute to play in this first quarter. Yolanda Jones looking for somebody to pass it to, gives up the dribble. Now Gonzalez takes the long 3, air ball, saved by Quinones. What a play by De Silva.
Go gadget arm, grab that right out of the air.
Pacheco over to Joyce, now to Justino, De Silva, now Pacheco. Now Joyce launches the 3, that's no good. Yolanda Jones the rebound.
Showing good patience against the Puerto Rico 2-3 zone.
Salomon's going to draw the foul on De Silva. That'll be her second. Quinones sits down. Marie Placido enters.
Puerto Rico's already used 10 players this quarter.
Game clock inside 20. About 5 seconds difference between the shot clock and game clock. Salomon launched the 3 from straight on.
That almost banked in.
Yeah, it did. And that foul's going to be on Salomon. That will be her first.
Took a shot to the throat there.
Yeah. Got some throat lozenges here in case she needs one.
She's pretty tough. I think she'll be all right.
As opposed to us, we're on our 3rd bag this week. Inbound pass stolen by Gonzalez, and she lays it in with the right hand.
That's a big steal, a big basket. Good positive end of quarter.
First quarter comes to a close. Brazil is on top, 20-15. This is the bronze medal game at the 2017 FIBA Women's Americup Championship Tournament, live from Estadio Obras Sanitarias in Buenos Aires.
Brazil only has 3 turnovers, doing a good job taking care of the basketball, shooting 63% inside the arc, still have yet to hit a 3.
Brazil has gotten significantly better as the week has gone on in taking care of the ball.
Puerto Rico still struggling from inside the arc. They're at 30%.
Perez looking for an opening, and now Melendez shoots a 3, gets her own rebound. Tough shot.
Well, Melendez is very athletic. Doesn't surprise me she went around him like that in the air.
She was bodied by Pacheco in the air and still had the control to put that in. That was impressive.
Got to talk to her. Teammates have got to let you know as a point guard or whoever's bringing the ball up that players are coming up from behind.
Rosado operating between the rings, gets it back from Santos. Now out to Ashley Santos. Bermudez, her long jumper no good, but Rosado pulls the rebound down.
Took it over Joyce Rodriguez.
Three-pointer well short by Rosado. And Puerto Rico remains down 3. Don't forget, coming up at 9:35, it's the final game of this tournament, the gold medal game between Canada and Argentina. We will have that for you live right here. Hope you can be with us.
Oh.
Is that a 3-second call?
Dare I say? 3-second call. Puerto Rico went back to the man-to-man. I like this switching up from zone to man at the quarter.
For as poor as Puerto Rico has been shooting, they are still well in this game. Perez, the jumper, and Puerto Rico down just 1 now.
Yep. Utilized that screen by Bermudez perfectly.
20-19. 8:05 to play, second quarter. Into the corner. Now back out to Justino. De Silva loses the handle, and that's going to be Puerto Rico ball. They've got a shot at the lead now.
Interesting, in 11 minutes, 12 minutes now, Justino hasn't taken a shot. Leading scorer for Brazil.
Rosado trying to shake Joyce. Now Ashley Perez driving. Tried to kick it out, but Justino tipped that ball out of bounds. It'll be Puerto Rico's ball with 4 to shoot. Now Kelly Santos finally gets a break after playing a tremendous 1+ quarters as Team Argentina starts to file in.
8 points, 4 rebounds.
Bailout 3 by Rosado, no good. And that goes off the hand of Rodriguez. So Puerto Rico will get it with a fresh 14. Rosado will round the screen. Now back out to Santos. Pacheco the rebound. Here comes De Silva up the left side. Beg your pardon, that was Joyce as Jackie DePaula misses. Out to Perez for 3. Santos tracks the rebound down in the corner. Somebody's got to be open somewhere.
Yeah.
Justino pokes that out of bounds. Puerto Rico with another shot with 10 on the shot clock.
I don't know if she saw Perez at the top of the key, but she was wide open.
Trapped down by Perez, 6 to shoot. Puerto Rico for its first lead of the game.
Oh.
Joyce into the corner for Pacheco, now down to Rodriguez. Beautiful set piece there by Brazil. Doesn't go in, but the foul is called.
Hay campeón. Puerto Rico regresa Gibson, se retira con la número 2, Santos.
Allison Gibson rejoins as Ashley Santos sits down. Pacheco hits the first free throw.
Averaging just under 6 points a game, logging about 27.5 minutes a game. They're starting early on in the week, first three games.
Gibson into Bermudez, back out to Perez for 3, short. Tried to get her one rebound. Look at Leticia Rodriguez, Band-Aid on the left knee. Canicio tape all over the right. She's been a warrior this week for Brazil.
Yes, she's done a nice job.
Justino, right side over to Joyce.
Oh, nice move.
Hard foul by Bermudez. You could hear the smack across the arm all the way up here through our headset.
This is excellent footwork right here. Up and under.
Paula Crespo comes on now for Puerto Rico. Haven't seen much of her. 21 years old, 6'1".
She's played in 2 games.
Leticia Rodriguez misses the free throw, and the lead stays at 3. Nice averages off the bench for Rodriguez, 5 points and 8 rebounds.
She had a double-double in one game. 11 points, 18 boards.
Placido. Rosado. Back up top to Gonzalez. Allison Gibson. 3 to shoot for Rosado. Back to Gibson. She throws it up. Pacheco over to Joyce. Now Agostino. Left side, back out, and that is good for Jackie DePaula. Notching her first 3 points in the game. She's been very quiet since the first or second game of this tournament.
Right, and that's their first 3 of the game.
And a long 3 there by Marie Placido. Gets Puerto Rico back to within 4.
She's shown that ability over the week to be able to knock a couple of those down a game. Good bounce pass.
Rodriguez, the fadeaway, misses. Michelle Gonzalez, the rebound. Rosado for 3. That rolls off.
Block out down there by Pacheco and Allison Gibson.
Yeah, Allison Gibson tried to act a little bit,
right,
draw the foul, but Gina Cross was not buying it. That 3 is short. Gonzalez to Crespo, nearly traveled, spins her way into the lane and gets tied up.
One official is going to call travel.
Hay cambio en Brasil, a la cancha Pompeito, se retira.
Agostino sits down.
Puerto Rico ingresó Canaman, se retiró Rosado.
That long 3 from Placido.
Yes.
That was NBA range. Pass over right side to Jackie. And I believe the foul was before the shot.
Again, Brazil's inside game causing problems. They do an excellent job of establishing position in there.
Great camera work again allows us to see the foul there. Paula Crespo. Crespo with the rebound. 3 team fouls on Puerto Rico, none for Brazil. Outside Michelle Gonzalez, and she steps on the sideline.
I think as we're seeing the 6 games in 8 days, you're going to see these lower scored games because the legs are gone from the players. They just don't have much lift on those shots. And they're having trouble putting in good field goal percentages as a result.
Crespo sits down. Jones comes back on. Yeah, you look at 3 of the 4 score totals from the semis yesterday. They were all in the 40s. 44, 45, 48. Canada the only exception, putting up 84. Now that 3 rattles around and out. Offensive rebound, but then the pass stolen by Gibson. Salomon outside, 3 on the way from Placido, and that's good. Now Puerto Rico to within 1. Coming up on 3 minutes to play in the second quarter.
That's what they needed. Now they can open up. They got Brazil. Oh!
And an offensive foul as I believe that was Joyce flung Michelle Gonzalez to the floor.
Hay minuto medio para Brasil. 2 minutos 55 para finalizar el segundo cuarto. 5 para Puerto Rico.
That looked worse than it was, at least on the part of Joyce. But still a hard fall for Michelle Gonzalez. Timeout on the floor. Brazil leads by 1, 26-25, 2:55 to play, second quarter.
Precisa rodar e acreditar pouquinho mais no corte. Essa bola que você pegou foi falta da menina tentar romper. A gente está fazendo as bolas, tem espaço para o fundo, tenta cortar para ver se acha alguma coisa. A Kelly está voltando no lugar da Letícia. O jogo continua.
Estoy aquí. Duro dribble entry. Back pick primero. ¿Ok? Eso es lo primero que vas a mirar. This is the first thing that you're going to do, okay? So we're going to go back screen, and then she's going right away to here, okay? So if you don't have it, now stop, párate, pásale la bola, and make a screen here. Y con Mari te hace cortina y ataca y Mari se va a abrir, okay? So you go to the basket, Mari está abierto y después de ahí, si no tenemos más nada, hace pase y seguimos mucho.
¡Duro! ¡1, 2, 3! ¡Puerto Rico!
This is what I was going to allude to, and Coach Batista just reinforced what I was thinking, is that because they've hit now 4 threes, Brazil has to respect the outside shot. This is going to open up some more lanes for them to drive to the basket. Now Brazil is countered by putting Santos in, but they have the 4 perimeter players that can play defense.
So Roberto Herrera, former Cuban national team player, president of Concacaf. Jones out to Gonzalez. Shot clock at 7.
And mismatch. There you go.
Jones inside, and she'll draw the foul.
Jones.
Her first 2 points of the game puts Puerto Rico on top for the first time. Jones completes the 3-point play, and it's Puerto Rico now with the 2-point lead at the 2.5-minute mark of this second quarter.
And that's what they have exhibited all week. They won't just go away. They were down 8-9. They fought back. They'll keep doing this the entire game.
Pass tipped by Jones.
The block out by Gibson.
Tapped out of bounds by Da Silva. It'll be Puerto Rico ball. Ashley Santos back into the game now, so you've got Santos and Da Silva in there now for Brazil. Placido to her right, popping from the free throw line, just missing. Now the 3 from the corner is off. Michelle Gonzalez with the rebound. Jones driving on Santos, giving it up. Now here's Gibson. And an offensive foul on Allison Gibson. Allison Gibson has just 3 points so far, all from the free throw line. She has not hit a field goal.
She can score in spurts, as we've seen. She gets 6-7 points in a couple possessions, so she's more than capable of getting to her average very quickly.
Da Silva on the drive, she just loses Allison Gibson. Da Silva now with 10. We're tied back up at 28. Michelle Gonzalez, bounce pass into Jones. She shoots over Santos, no good. Da Silva the rebound. .103 to play, second quarter. Looked for a while like Brazil was going to start to put Puerto Rico away, but Puerto Rico has come back. Stolen away by Yolanda Jones. They're going to get Kelly Santos with the foul. And that is her first.
As we've seen, 6 games in 8 days, the hand signals have changed even though they're running the same plays.
Salomon finds a lane, lays it in, and she'll go to the line. So fist is horns, horns is head tap is 2 down.
Yeah.
2 down is number 1, and number 1 is order coffee.
There you go. And you forgot thumbs down.
Ah, yes. Gibson.
Puerto Rico has outscored Brazil 15-8 this quarter.
De Silva over to Joyce. Now inside to Santos. Touch pass outside. And the drive to Macedo. And the pretty reverse finish by Santos. Tied back up at 30. Shot clock is off. Game clock now at 13. Salomon looking to give Puerto Rico the lead at half. Has her pocket pick. Jones picks it back up. She has it stolen, gets it back, throws it up, won't go. And we will go into the locker room tied at 30. This is the 2017 FIBA Women's Americup Championship Tournament bronze medal game between Brazil and Puerto Rico, tied at 30 going to half.
Se viene la tanda publicitaria en las pantallas. Ya venimos con lo de los juegos.
Brazil struggling from 3 points, 12%, 1 for 8.
Brazil struggled last night mightily against Canada, but they are shooting 54% from 2-point range.
A lot of that Santos. She has 10 points already.
Brazil with a 1 rebound edge, but Puerto Rico 9-4 on the offensive glass. Brazil taking excellent care of the ball. Puerto Rico not doing too bad either.
Right, they're both under what their average for the game would be.
Let's run down the numbers. For Puerto Rico, Melendez has 2 points. Ashley Santos, 2 points, 3 rebounds. Rosado did not score in that first half. Bermudez did not score. Allison Gibson with 3. Michelle Gonzalez, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Daishalee Salomon had 5. Marie Placido, a pair of 3-pointers. She's got 6. Ashley Perez, 7 points. Yolanda Jones, 3 points, 2 rebounds. And for Brazil, Macedo did not score. Honorio did not play that first half. Joyce Rodriguez, 4 points. Patricia Teixeira did not play that first half. Jackie DePaula, 3 points. Tatiana Pacheco, 2 points. Soli Zakrzeski did not play that first half. Kelly Santos had 10 and 6 rebounds. Leticia Rodriguez, 1 point, 1 rebound. Guimara Justino did not score in that first half. She had 3 rebounds and 3 assists. And Rafaelia da Silva, 10 points, 2 rebounds. So Mark Anderson, if the stats sound like it's a close game, that's because it is a close game, 30-30.
Yeah, you look at what Brazil's doing, they're shooting very well inside. And again, we go back to what Kelly Santos has done, 10 points, 5 of 9 shooting there. It's been a clean game too, as I'm looking here. Puerto Rico only 7 fouls. Brazil's has only committed 8, and there's only been a total of, we're looking here at 10 total free throws taken. So it's been a clean game in that respect. Puerto Rico is again scrappy. They're going to do what they need to do, and they're never out of any ball game. It's tied right now. Just look to them keep stretching the floor like they're doing. With Placido hitting those threes, that's going to open up some lanes, especially for Jones, as we see the highlight right there. And look for Allison Gibson. She'll find her spot to take over the game here in the second half, no doubt.
She seems to always do it. This is the bronze medal game at the 2017 FIBA Women's Americup Championship Tournament. Live from Estadio Obras Sanitarias in Buenos Aires. Mark Anderson and Craig Fada here, and we will be back with second half action in just a little bit.
Hacer un tiro para la tribuna. ¿Sí? Lanza una bandeja, la primera primera que convierte va a ser la ganadora. ¿Se entendió? Sí, 20 vueltas. 20 vueltas. Cuando demos la orden, arrancamos. El público puede comentar con palmas. Antonella y Nacional, arrancamos en 3, 2, 1. A dar vuelta, vamos. A ver, dale que faltan, Dale, recién arrancás. Agachate más. Eso. Dale que vas 5. 5 vueltas. Dale, vas a ir tramposa, agachate. Dale, vas 6 vueltas ahora. Vas 6, vas 7, vas 8. Seguís en 8, ahora vas 9, 10, 9, dale, seguí, dale. 10, 11, 12, 13, dale, 14, 15, 16, salí, dale. Vamos. A ver, Julia no puede. Siga, para arriba, sí. Vaya, Roque. Dale. No le intentamos ninguna. Ahí está. Fuerte el aplauso. ¿Te aguantas? A ver, ¿qué pasa? ¿Está cansada? Fuerte el aplauso para Serena y Lorena. Me hizo trampa, Mira, no voy a nada. Fuerte el aplauso para Serena y Lorena, para Lorena también. Se van a llevar los premios. Ahí está la cámara, miren. A ver la cámara. Se va el premio a Serena y Lorena. Muchas gracias. Vamos a seguir jugando con la gente en las pantallas. Con Lola también. Es cierto. Puerto Rico y Brasil igualados en 30. A ver, estamos aplausos. Venga. Lola, vamos a practicar un tiro por atrás. Sí, a mi lado. Sí. Vamos, Robert está impecable la cancha, muy bien. Ahí viene, dale que se vienen los equipos, Lola, de ese lado. Practique un lanzamiento por atrás. Ahí está. Se pone en posición, muy bien. A ver, un poquito, ahí está, perfecto. Vamos, Lola, mira bien para la gente para Lola. Se lo viene el partido, lanza Lola, sí. Dale. Uno más, para el palo. No, se lo viene el control del partido, vamos. Arranca. El precalentamiento porque ya está Puerto Rico y Brasil. Y la gente bailando las tribunas, poniendo el clima de esta jornada, se nos viene la final. Argentina, gana Argentina, el equipo de la muerte. Julio y Andrea Molinera por arriba. Yeah.
Good evening and welcome back to Estadio Obras Sanitarias, live in Buenos Aires, Argentina, alongside Mark Anderson. I'm Craig Feda. It's the first medal game of the evening on the final day of play here. It's been a wonderful week. The people of Buenos Aires and Argentina have been just tremendous. They've supported this tournament in the last couple of days. It's been a lot of fun in this building. And hard to believe we only have 1.5 more games to go after we'll have done 22 games in 8 days.
Wow.
This is the 2017 FIBA Women's Americup Championship Tournament. Winner of this game gets the bronze medal, but more importantly, qualification into the 2018 Basketball World Cup in Spain. Second half is underway, and Puerto Rico gets things going.
Nice bounce pass into Melendez. Puerto Rico has attempted 7 more shots in the game than Brazil.
Joyce pops, and that goes straight through. Glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from. Our English-speaking audience in Puerto Rico, around the Americas, or around the world. Still time as Santos pops for 3, misses right. With the shot clock winding down.
Let's see if Brazil continues to go inside. Santos and De Silva are combined 10 for 15 from the floor. Each have 10 points.
Justino, left side, over to Macedo. Her shot gets blocked by Ashley Santos. Ashley Santos from Geneva, Illinois.
Played at Louisiana Tech.
Yep. Perez knocks the jumper down, and we're tied back up at 32. Macedo gets bumped by Melendez. And that will be foul number 2 on Melendez.
The only stat that's really not close between these two teams right now are bench points. Puerto Rico is plus 13. They're 19-6 in their favor.
Justino misses from 15. And Justino still without a point. And a travel. One extra step and a drag of the pivot foot for good measure.
Justino's only taken 2 shots though, Craig. That's kind of remarkable when you think about how she's played all week. But
yeah, they've got to find a way to work her in a little bit more into this offense. De Silva. Now the 3 from Joyce, no good. Here comes Rosado. She slows it up. Melendez. 10 to shoot. Here comes Perez. A little up and under, and that's going to be an offensive foul away from the ball on Ashley Santos. I'm going to look at it. Maybe right here.
Looks like a little clear out.
Santos and De Silva getting tangled up. That was the first foul on Ashley Santos. Tied at 32. Just past the 7.5-minute mark of this third quarter. Don't forget, coming up at 9:35 local time, it's going to be the gold medal game between Team Canada and Argentina. Both teams steamrolled their way through group play. And then Canada stomped Brazil as Michelle Gonzalez hits the jumper from the wing. While Argentina had a little bit of a struggle with Puerto Rico in the semifinals. De Silva over to Joyce, 10 to shoot. Back out to Joyce for 3. That's good!
She's hit 2 this half. Now that'll open things up for Brazil. They start hitting some threes.
Joyce has 9 now, and Brazil back on top by 1. Allison Gibson around Justino and lays it in with the left hand. Well, is this where we start to see Allison Gibson warm up?
Just going to say, this might get her going right here.
That's foul number 2 on Justino. Canada may be a heavy favorite in that gold medal game over Argentina, but never underestimate the power of a home team playing in a international game.
That's going to add some points to their game tonight.
You get home court and home country advantage.
Yes.
Puerto Rico foul on number 11, Michelle Gonzalez. And that's her second. There you get a look at some of Team Argentina. They will, of course, be without Sofia Aispura, who injured that knee against Venezuela. She is off crutches, which is fantastic news given what we saw. Three-pointer drops in for Gonzalez. And it's Puerto Rico by 5 over Brazil. 5:57 to play, third quarter. Brazil takes timeout.
Volta, a menina tá correndo e a gente volta aqui, a gente não volta, tem que voltar tirando o passe. Foi a hora que eu chamei sua atenção, a Joyce matou a bola, a menina foi correndo, você voltou. Volta junto com ela, são chutadoras. Não pode dar espaço pra ela. Para o contra-ataque, nem que seja com uma falta.
1-3-1, but we're in 21, okay? So you start like this. Ali, let's see. So now match up with the guard, okay? Ahí para que Pacheco con la voz. Okay, as soon as they pass, we're 21. Open to the ball, Nieta. Open to the ball. No la dejes tirar. Don't open to the
Coach Batista and those magnets, it mesmerizes me when I'm watching that. It's kind of like that shell game you see in the streets of Vegas. You try to keep up with it. Where's the ball underneath the shell?
You're going to go home and start doing that on your fridge, aren't you?
I kind of already do.
Diagramming plays with the dog. You cut here.
Oh, 1-3-1 out of Puerto Rico. We haven't seen them do that this week.
So
Nice.
a little wrinkle for Puerto Rico's defense.
Again, when you play this many games in a week, you got to mix some things up.
Is that something that you like to do with a lead?
Yeah.
That's when you usually see that kind of defensive alignment.
Absolutely.
Rosado misses the layup.
Yeah, you want to vary your defense, or at least I like to, but I like what Coach Batista is doing right there.
Da Silva misses from the wing, and the rebound to Placido. Here comes Rosado up the right side, zips the pass across to Gibson, lines up the 3. Rebound tapped by Melendez, but controlled by Macedo. Coming up on 5 minutes to play, third quarter, Puerto Rico with a 5-point lead over Brazil. Santos misses. Offensive rebound to Da Silva. Back into Santos, spinning from 13 and bangs that one home. Santos now with 12. Sorry, Mark.
No, that's well, I was just going to say, early on in the week, we didn't see Kelly Santos playing these amount of minutes, even though she started every game. The last few games, she's been putting in yeoman-like work with the minutes.
She gets another shot there, and she will go to the free throw line as the foul gets whistled on Placido. That will be her second, fourth team foul already on Puerto Rico this quarter. Brazil with just one. Santos hits the first, makes it a 2-point game. Already ahead of both of her averages in points and rebounds for the tournament.
Yeah, and she's averaging right around 25 minutes a game. She's already over 20.
Nice move by Gonzalez, but the pass a little too low for Yolanda Jones. Now here comes Rosado back the other way. Nice job by Brazil getting back on defense. Gonzalez for three, that rings out. Inside 4 minutes to play in this third quarter. Puerto Rico still with the lead. Brazil was expected to be one of those teams that was contending for gold in this game as Jones beats the foul from behind. But right now, they are struggling in the bronze medal game.
In this series right here, Coach Batista went to the 2-3 to mix it up, which isn't a bad move.
Placido and Rosado sit down. Melendez and Salomon come back on. I like this alignment with Gonzalez and Salomon in there.
Yep, they're going to turn up the pressure.
Jones over to Gonzalez. Nice bounce pass from Yolanda Jones to Allison Gibson.
Craig, that's the only way it would have gotten there.
We've been talking all week about the bounce pass and how effective it is when used properly, and when it's not used properly, or rather when a player tries to make a chest pass up high, it usually gets tipped away into the post.
Right.
Bounce pass into the corner. Gonzalez. Now Gibson for three. That's good!
And what were we just talking about with her? Scoring in bunches.
Yep. Puerto Rico back to a 5-point lead. Look at the fast break points in favor of Puerto Rico, 16-2. Macedo from the top of the key. That's good.
Not surprisingly, Gibson's already at her average.
We knew she would get there at some point.
Absolutely.
Oh, and a little miscommunication saved by Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets the shot to go. She puts Macedo on the ground with that move. Joyce now to De Silva to her right. Coming up on 2 minutes to play third quarter. Macedo out to De Silva. Now to Santos. Inside to Macedo, and she's going to go to the free throw line. That's going to be on Yolanda Jones. And that should be her second foul.
Good look by Joyce in there.
Well, the stands across from us are already full in anticipation of the Argentina-Canada gold medal game coming up at 9:35 local time. The upper decks to our left and right are slowly filling as you get a look there at Patricia Teixeira.
Brazil only has one team foul this quarter. Puerto Rico's at 5 in the penalty.
Jones driving on Santos. And Jones gets bumped. That'll be on Joyce. And that'll be her third. Just the second team foul for Brazil this quarter with 1:39 to play. Jones on the drive. A little too deep, kicks it out to Gibson. Long three on the way. Nothing but net for Allison Gibson. And she gives Puerto Rico its biggest lead of the game at 6 with 1:23 to play in this third quarter.
Now this half, the difference for Allison Gibson is that she's letting the game come to her. She's not trying to force shots in the lane, driving into Santos and things like that. She's letting the ball reversals come to her. She's picking her spots. And guess what? She's in double digits.
Barbara Honorio into the game now for Brazil for the first time. She started several games in this tournament for Brazil. Da Silva, the pretty jumper from 18. And Honorio put her headband on and immediately came off, the elastic around her head, and it's sitting on the court on the high left side. Surprised they have not cleaned that up. Now Gibson on the drive. Swatted out of there by Kelly Santos. Back up ahead to Santos. What a fast break by Brazil. And Isabella Macedo finishes to get Brazil back to within 2, 30 seconds to play in this third quarter.
So they've answered Puerto Rico's run with 2 consecutive baskets.
Gonzalez high left side. Shot clock at 5. And the foul occurs on the floor before the shot. Game clock at 14.4. Brazil still has 1 to give.
This is setting up for quite an entertaining fourth quarter.
Yes, it is. I'm a little surprised based on that replay that they didn't give her continuation on that. About a 1.5 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here comes Salomon. In the trees, kicking it out to Melendez. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound Jones. And she does not get it up in time. 50-48 in favor of Puerto Rico after 3 quarters in the bronze medal game at the 2017 FIBA Women's Americup Championship Tournament. 10 minutes to play in Buenos Aires.
Ahí está. Lola. Y ahora se nos viene la danza.
Brazil shooting very well from 2-point range, 54%, but not very well from 3-point range yet again, just 2 of 12 from beyond the arc. And there's Kia Nurse for Team Canada, standout for University of Connecticut.
Kind of a shocking stat here. Puerto Rico, not that they don't score a lot on the bench, but 37-6 in their favor.
That is surprising.
Yes, because coming into this, it was 29 apiece bench scoring for both Brazil and Puerto Rico.
Allison Gibson with 14 of those points off the bench. Michelle Gonzalez with 9. Daisha Salomon with 5 off the bench. Yolanda Jones with 3. For Brazil, it's Kelly Santos and Rafaelia da Silva with 15 and 12 points respectively. Joyce Rodriguez has 9, Isabella Macedo 6.
There's De Silva again, right in the lane.
It's been kind of her coming out party this week.
It has.
She's really taken great strides since the first couple of games. We saw the athletic ability, but now it seems to have refined itself over the last 3 or 4 days.
It looked like the first few games that she was their defensive stopper coming in. Now she's doing it at both ends. Nice play by Gonzalez.
The long deuce is good, and she's got 11. Macedo into De Silva, back out. 3 on the way, rolls off the top. That was Jackie DePaula that missed.
Puerto Rico started this quarter back into the 2-3 zone.
Placido catch and shoot 3, nothing but net for Placido. Back to a 5-point spread for Puerto Rico.
She's 3 for 4 from behind the arc. I think my math says that's 75%.
Mine too, but I would not trust mine. As Macedo hits from the left elbow. Mark, you talked about Puerto Rico switching to a 2-3 zone. Is there one type of zone defense that is more effective than another, or is it just based on personnel and situation?
It's going to be the latter, yeah. It's going to be based on personnel and situations. And a lot of it has to come down with what a coach likes. For example, I like to run a lot more of a 3-2 than the traditional 23 based on my personnel. And you can do that. Now, also, the 2-3 is fine because Brazil is having trouble hitting the three-point play, all right? Or three-point shot. They're getting most of their points in the paint, so the 2-3 should take away that.
Gonzalez comes out of there with it. Rosado pops over Santos and hits. 57-52 Puerto Rico. 7:40 to play in the game. Or at least I should say in regulation with a score this close.
Right.
Honorio draws the foul on Placido. And that will be her second. We had 2 overtime games this week on a very historic day of basketball here in Buenos Aires. There had never been 2 overtime games in one tournament before as far as FIBA Women's Americup Championship play, back when it was FIBA Americas either. And we had 2 overtime games, one right after another.
Yeah.
And that was on the same day that Virgin Islands beat Brazil. And Puerto Rico beat Cuba for the first time ever.
Kind of a historic day.
Rosado on the drive and dish.
How about this for the second half shooting for Puerto Rico? They're a combined 11 for 19, 2s and 3s.
That's pretty effective. Foul for Brazil was on Jacqueline DePaula. Gonzalez for 3. That was straight on, just short. Honorio the rebound. Nice ball movement by Brazil. Santos can't get it to go from in close, but she will go to the free throw line. Puerto Rico foul is going to be on Tyra Melendez. And that is her third team foul as well.
Brazil 8 for 17 in the second half. Not bad either. It's ahead of their percentages for the week.
Fans already getting warmed up for the Argentina-Canada match. Singing and clapping along. as you will frequently see crowds in Europe and South America do.
Hay cambio en Brasil, ingresando y la papi.
Y Puerto Rico ingresa San 17.
Brazil's got to hit better percentage on free throws. Right now they're at 61% for the game. They've missed 5 so far. A game that is tight like that, that's going to be critical, as we've seen over the week.
Rosado into the front court. Gets it to Gibson. Gibson on the drive, in traffic, goes down, no call. I think that was a good no call. De Silva misses the jumper, but she tracks it down. Here comes De Paula. And the pass a little too high for Kelly Santos. Up ahead to Allison Gibson. Leaves it for Bermudez, and Angelica Bermudez scores. Those are her first 2 points of the game, and it's back to a 5-point edge for Puerto Rico.
It's a game of runs here.
Joyce hits the 3. And she knew it was good as soon as it left her hand.
Sure did. That's
Pulled a Steph Curry and started heading back up court.
She's done that on several shots today. It's a way to answer a run. Knock down a 3.
So the lead is 2. Salomon driving on De Silva. She tries to kick it out, knowing she was not even going to get a shot up, and the pass gets intercepted. So Brazil looking to tie or take the lead on a 3 or 3-point play. Now Kelly Santos can tie it from the free throw line as Angelica Bermudez picks up her 4th foul.
Those are the passes Puerto Rico has to eliminate, those where they're driving, turn, and throw without being sure. They've done that 4 times today, and 3 of them have been picked off. They're up to 14 turnovers.
First free throw by Santos is no good.
And in this game here, it's every possession is going to be critical coming down to the end. I always look at the 5-minute mark as being when it starts to really become critical.
Santos draws Brazil to within 1. Jones to Melendez. Back over to Rosado. Rosado spinning her way into the lane, out to Gibson. 6 to shoot. Gibson out to Melendez from the left elbow. Splash that one. Tough shot by Tyra Melendez. Santos, she draws the foul on Yolanda Jones. I think Yolanda Jones has disagreed with every call made against her this week.
Yeah, pretty much it seems.
That being said, though, I think most basketball players do disagree with every call that goes against them.
I'm going to say it again. They got to hit these free throws.
Yeah.
It's so critical now. .5:02 to play. Santos
gets Brazil back to within 2.
She's logged over 30 minutes already.
Rosado, guarded by De Paula. And now a foul away from the ball. That is going to be on De Paula. Just the 2nd team foul on Brazil. Puerto Rico already over the limit. For Brazil, Joyce Rodriguez 3 fouls. Jackie De Paula 3 fouls. For Puerto Rico, Tyra Melendez has 3. Angelica Bermudez 4. And Yolanda Jones with 3. Pretty move by Yolanda Jones. It won't go in, but she'll go to the free throw line. Strong work underneath by Yolanda Jones. And that is the 3rd foul on Rafaela de Silva. A little strong on the first free throw for Jones. 4:35 to play in this fourth quarter. Jones misses them both. DePaula gets the rebound. Brazil looking to tie. That three is up and good. 62-61, 4:22 to play in the fourth quarter of the bronze medal game at the 2017 FIBA Americup Championship Tournament live from Buenos Aires. They were looking at the three-point shot. It was originally called a 2. Then Gina Cross went over to the table and signaled that it was a 3. And they spent the Puerto Rico timeout reviewing it, and they will keep it as a three-point basket. As you could see, the left foot of Macedo was indeed behind the three-point line. So Brazil with a 1-point lead. They've outscored Puerto Rico in this fourth quarter, 14-11. Their first lead since, I believe, midway through the second quarter. Allison Gibson, the long three-pointer! My goodness!
Wow. That's how you answer their three. Got a rebound.
Now a long three by Brazil, no good. Rebounded by Placido.
Looking at Puerto Rico, Rosado's shooting 100% from the free throw line. Gibson's at 76. Everybody else out there is in the 50s or 60s.
Gibson gives it up to Jones underneath. It gets knocked out of bounds by Santos. Rosado up high, driving to her right with the right hand over the taller defender. It would not go. Santos. Step back jumper over Jones, no good. Rebound back tapped and controlled by Brazil.
Got to block out. Getting down to crunch time here, each possession.
Joyce for three, no good. Rebound Yolanda Jones. Here's Rosado on the right side, guarded by DePaula. Placido for three. Back iron, but another offensive rebound by Yolanda Jones.
Good decision.
Back out to Gonzalez for three. That's good!
Excellent decision by Jones to kick it back out. Set something up, a little ball movement. Gonzalez knocks down the 3.
2:01 to play in the fourth. Puerto Rico on top, 67-62.
Aliás, a bola vinha aqui de novo pra sair. Da Rafa, fazer o garrafa, mano. Quem tiver com a menor, já tá com a pequenininha. Gente, se perder o rebote, tem que sair, não pode permitir chute.
Mike, this is what I want, don't want. I don't want nobody without pressure. Don't reach, don't foul, but pressure so they don't pass the ball right away there, okay? If you have it here, you're okay. You know, if you push it and she reaches the ball here, you're okay. Okay? Everybody do it. Mira tu jugadora. Don't look at the basket and the ball. Go to your player, do something. Hey, next play, we go Julio with pass. Okay? Go home.
67-62 with 2:01 to play in the fourth quarter. Puerto Rico with a 5-point lead as you look at Horacio Muratore, the president of FIBA, and there is UC Richards, president of FIBA Americas.
How about this? Gibson, Gonzalez, and Placido, 40 points off the bench. As a team, they have 48.
That is bench production.
Wow.
Jackie DePaula commits her fourth foul. So DePaula's got 4 for Brazil. Angelica Bermudez 4 for Puerto Rico.
Still a little too early to go into the deep freeze with the ball. Keep moving, had an excellent chance there.
Rosado falling down the behind the head pass out to Gibson. Puerto Rico with a chance to run a little bit more clock in this 2-possession game.
Let it go.
Rosado just about has it poked away, and then it is stolen away, and now stolen back by Placido. Jones, nice feed to Placido, off the glass. And it's Puerto Rico by 7 inside of 90 seconds to play.
50-50 ball going to Puerto Rico.
Joyce into Santos. Brazil going to what worked so well for them early on, and Santos scores. That foul is going to be on Yolanda Jones, and that'll be her 4th. 15 foul against Puerto Rico. And so Santos to the free throw line, trying to cut this to a 4-point game, but she is unable.
Of the 5 out there for Brazil, she's the worst at 58% from the free throw line. Kind of keep that in the back of your head, Craig, as it comes down here.
1 minute to play. It's Puerto Rico by 5. Still far from decided, just a 2-possession game. Gibson on the drive. She draws the foul. And that's going to be on DePaula, and if it is, that's her 5th. Well, they gave it to Jose Rodriguez, and that is her 4th. Now both teams over the limit. There's a look at Patricia Teixeira. Has not seen any time in this game. Gibson swishes the first free throw.
You know who we haven't seen Rodriguez is have Leticia.
Yeah.
Justino, not many minutes.
Gibson drains the second. The lead is 7. Crunch time now for Brazil. Nice feed underneath, and the score by Macedo.
They'll be strong with the basketball here. Get it across.
They do. Rosado. Really just want to keep it out of the hands of Yolanda Jones, unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yep, she's only shooting 54%.
Ball poked into the
nice.
backcourt, 5 to shoot. Into the corner, Melendez. Back iron, no. Rebound controlled by Santos. 14 seconds to play. De Silva the lay-in. And it's down to a 3-point lead. With 12.3 to play, it will be Puerto Rico's ball.
That's exactly what we expected. It'll come down to the end.
You expect Puerto Rico will have its good free throw shooters on the floor.
Yep, and they're setting up their press break right now. They should have at least 4 ball handlers out there. And their best free throw shooters typically are the same. Ball handlers typically, again, are most likely going to be your best free throw shooters. You're going to get them in there. Yep, so they're going to advance the ball here.
Yeah, by virtue of this timeout, Puerto Rico will have the ball in their front court. And again, if you're looking for people to foul, if you are Brazil, Melendez is a 50% free throw shooter. Bermudez has not taken a free throw in this tournament. Gibson at 76.5. Michelle Gonzalez just a 50% free throw shooter. Salomon is 80%. And who else is out there?
So as we suspected, 4 ball handlers.
Yep. So Melendez into Rosado, and there's the foul by Macedo. 11.2 to play. Well, Rosado to the free throw line.
Cambio en Puerto Rico, empieza John, se retira Salomon.
En Brasil, Müller. Y John sacando de todo, se retira Cali.
Still plenty of time here for Brazil.
Rosado drains the first. That's a big one. That gets it to 4. Rosado steps up and calmly knocks down both free throws. And it's now a 5-point lead with 11.2 to play. Brazil takes another timeout. Each team with 1 timeout left.
As your coach, Batista, you can go with some type of zone here. You're up 5. 11 seconds to go. You get that rebound.
Before she hit those 2 free throws coming into this game, Pamela Rosado was 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
You notice I didn't say anything. I knew what her percentage was, and I wasn't going to say anything. I learned my lesson the other night.
Yes, you did. Now, if you're Brazil offensively, what are you trying to do here? You're down 5 with 11.2 to play. You go for a quick bucket on the inbound, try to get something right off the glass.
You could go right into Santos, score. Puerto Rico has a timeout left. But that's your best option right now.
Try to get the 2 and then get the 3.
Yep, get a quick score, get a foul at the other end, and then hope for the best.
So Puerto Rico, with 11.2 to play, leads Brazil by 5. Both teams over the limit. Puerto Rico out of timeouts. Brazil goes for the 3. Joyce misses. Rebound Jones. 5 seconds left. And the foul committed by Macedo. And the Puerto Rican bench is starting to celebrate.
You know, they've had a wonderful week of basketball. They have played so hard and have never been out of a game at any point.
And the officials telling the Puerto Rico bench to settle down for now. Gonzalez hits the free throw. Here's Tayshali Salomon. waving the Puerto Rican flag. Gonzalez hits both. 3.9 to play, and Joyce will just hang on to it. Puerto Rico wins bronze, and more importantly, they qualify for the 2018 Basketball World Cup in Spain. Puerto Rico with a 75-68 win over Brazil. Puerto Rico finishes this tournament with 4 wins and 2 losses. Brazil finishes with just 2 wins in 6 games. And there you see Joyce in disbelief.
Outstanding. I really like the attitude that Puerto Rico took this week. Just hard-nosed, playing at it. Even though they weren't shooting the ball well, you know what, Craig, they picked it up defensively, and that's what kept them in the ball games was their defense, and Coach Batista switching defenses every game. Just phenomenal. Great job this week.
Once again, the final score, 75-68. Puerto Rico beats Brazil. They win bronze here at the 2017 FIBA Women's Americup, and they go to the World Cup next year. Alongside Mark Anderson, I'm Craig Feda. This has been an exciting game, and Puerto Rico holds on. Mark, they keep cutting to Carlos Lima, looking at the stat sheet on the end of the bench after the game. And Puerto Rico, the team huddle at center court.
Well, you point to Brazil's free throw shooting, 10 of 18. You miss that many free throws, it's always going to come back and haunt you. Turnovers, they cut them in half. They were at 13, so they did a good job there. They only hit 4 threes. Puerto Rico hit 10 threes. They took care of the basketball. Only 15 turnovers for Puerto Rico. So it was a well-played game. You know, we were talking at halftime and then a little bit into the second quarter that it was going to be a low-scoring game. But guess what? 75-68. They were right there. And I believe they were right at their average, if not close. Yeah, 70 points is what they average.
You see Gonzalez and Rosado hugging at center court. This was no fluke.
No.
Puerto Rico just did not have one hot quarter and go crazy. They outscored Brazil in the final 3 quarters of this game. Let's take a look at the individual numbers now. For victorious Puerto Rico, Tyra Melendez, 4 points. Ashley Santos, 4 points, 4 rebounds. Pamela Rosado, 4 points, 3 assists. Angelica Bermudez, 2 points, 5 rebounds. Allison Gibson had 19 and 3 rebounds. Michelle Gonzalez, 16 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Daishalee Salomon, 5 points. And we should mention Michelle Gonzalez with some clutch free throws, along with Daishalee Salomon down the stretch. Marie Placido, 11 points, 4 rebounds. Ashley Perez, 7 points. Yolanda Jones, 3 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. For Brazil, Isabela Macedo, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Joyce Rodriguez, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Jackie DePaula, 3 points. Tatiana Pacheco, 2 points. Kelly Santos had 20 points and 9 rebounds to go along with 4 assists and 4 blocked shots. So by far the best game of the tournament for Kelly Santos. Leticia Rodriguez, just 1 point and 1 rebound. And Rafaelia da Silva, 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. So Puerto Rico wins bronze. They qualify for the World Cup in Spain in 2018. And for Brazil, it's a little bit of a case of back to the drawing board.
Yeah, we look at, what we say, half the roster is over the age of 30, so they're going to have to do some retooling, get some younger legs in there. and then maybe keep 1 or 2 of the older players, because you always want them to help with mentoring the younger players.
Don't forget, coming up at 9:35 local time, that is 8:35 on the east coast of the U.S. It's the gold medal game between Canada and Argentina, live from Estadio Obras Sanitarias in Buenos Aires. For my partner Mark Anderson, I'm Craig Feda saying so long for now. Hope you can catch the Canada-Argentina game coming up in just a little bit. Thanks for watching, everybody.
¿Cómo baila ese grupo, excelente con coreografía y todo. Se viene la final, Marian, tremenda final. Vamos que tenemos uno más. Sigue bailando la gente de las pantallas. En cada tribuna, en cada rincón. El aliento para las gigantes. ¡Sí, vamos! Gente de Chaco.